Well, I started a new channel, and the reason I started a new channel is I was intending to go to Arkansas and set up a little homestead. That was my plan, um, and I figured I was really getting close, and got my address. Well, I have already stated the fact that I am a sex offender, classified by Texas as a high risk sex offender. I've been out for 19 and a half years, but because of the way Texas law is written, only the high risk sex offenders will never get reviewed. Um, if we do get reviewed, we have to spend a lot of money to get reviewed because, number one, for us to get a lawyer, sex offenders, as a group, the first thing we have to do if we're going to get a lawyer is 99% of lawyers going to require a $10,000 retainer, period, right off the bat. In other words, you got to put $10,000 on their table, period, no matter what. No, and they're not going to answer no legal questions for you at all. You can't ask them any kind of legal questions because they ain't gonna talk to you. I'm saying all that because each each cop has a lot of power with their badge. They have a lot of power, and anybody who's never dealt with the law doesn't realize this. They just doesn't. They just don't realize the extent of the long arm of the law. And so this is what Arkansas Sharp County Sheriff is going to do. They said, oh yeah, you got your address, but for you to live out there, you have to have a permanent residence. It has to have electric. It has to have running water. Um, Probably septic. No, they didn't say it, but they probably expect you have that septic. It can't be a tent. It can't be a temporary structure. It must be a permanent structure. Now, the problem with that is, if you've ever tried to set up a house, the problem is you know what the problem is right off the bat. Now, electric probably ain't that expensive. It's probably less than $1,000 because I'm right at the road. Uh, they're the furthest they would ever have to set a pole if they wanted to is maybe 500 feet. They wouldn't even have to go that far. So electric is not the expensive part. I'm on about 600 or 700 foot elevation. There's no water for at least 600 feet. There's no water. Not till you get down to where the river is. You know, the river, of course, is 600 feet below me. So that's the expensive part. Now, septic itself is probably 3,500, 4,000. If they would even put the septic in that I want to put in. Now, if they want to go in, if they mandate that I go in there and put a septic field in, I can't afford that crap. It's too many rocks, too much hill. All that stuff is expensive. They start digging field lines, and you need, two lines or three lines or one line or whatever, so many feet deep and so many feet apart. Blah blah blah. No, if you can't go in with the aerator system where you have one sprinkler head and with 30-foot radius, if you can't go in with that type of system, then that's okay. So septic is around $35,000 to $4,000. I have no clue what the well would cost. I haven't even tried to price wells because I wasn't interested in it. I'm going to set up rainwater catchment. That was my whole plan. I got a swimming pool from Walmart that's about 1,000-gallon capacity. To me, that would be plenty of water. Even if I had goats and everything else, I still think $1,000 gallons of water is an adequate amount of water. And I know that I would be able to get that much water, rainwater. I know Arkansas gets enough rainwater that'd be okay, but it's not good enough for the sheriff's office. And because I have to register, all they have to do is refuse to register me. I'm just fucked. So, I've got 4 acres of land sitting in Arkansas that I am never going to get to use. Because even with e-begging, I will never get that kind of money. I could start begging right now, and I am not going to get that kind of money. There's nobody going to come up with at least $10,000 just on services, just on utilities. That's not counting the cabin. I bought a garage in a box and a wood stove that I was going to use until I get me a cabin built. No, I can't do all that. And this is not I don't believe this is a state requirement. I believe this is just the discretion of the sheriff because they don't want me there. I think that's what it all boils down to. They just don't want me there. So, I got a storage room full of stuff that's basically useless. And the hardest thing about it is for me to throw that stuff away, there's nowhere to throw it. There's no public dumpsters in Houston. So, that's a minor thing. I do what everybody else does and throw it on the curb. But I don't know what to do. I got a brand new garage in the box. That thing cost me $400. I got a swimming pool. That thing cost me $150 or $140. About $100. I'd say $140. Let's just go with $140. I've got stuff that I was going to use, and I can't use it. I can't use none of it. I'm just dead in the water. Now, I ain't totally kicked this horse out in the pasture yet. There's some little old trailer spots up there in Diamond City. I might call Diamond City and see what they're going to require, but it means buying another piece of land and a lot smaller. I ain't worried about the size of the land. I'm tired of living in Houston.